What's up guys, today we're going to be working on the GC8, removing the interior and starting on the wiring. Stay tuned. So last time, as you saw, we got done pulling everything underneath the car. There's no struts, no subframes, nothing. So that's all good. Now I can jump in the car, do the interior. And while I'm out here, thought I might show you this again. So yeah, what a beautiful RS, but such a shame that it's pretty much trash. And right behind is my 2016 KTM 500 EXC, for those who like bikes. And this thing is a beast. It's a wheelie machine, as I call it. But yeah, it's a 6 days edition with the orange frame and the white plastics. Everything else was added by me, so the wheels, brakes, and I don't know how you call those, T-clamps or whatever. And the Akrapovic exhaust. It's really sweet bike. I might do a video sometime of me riding. But yeah, back to work. Today it's all about the GC8. Let's go. So the white plastic is out, all that plastic as well, the pillar as well, and now the next logical thing would be to remove the dash. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Never done this in the GC, so it's gonna be a learning experience for me, and yeah, just trying not to mess it up. Alright, the dash is out. That was quite difficult. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a lot. You can probably see it on the time lapse. But yeah, I did some stuff over there, and then came back here, and then over there, and then the airbag. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. It took me way too long. And so if I had to do it again, or if someone wants to know how to do it, you first do the glove box, then the airbag on top. Then you go to that side, you do some wires down there, then you remove all the steering stuff, so the steering wheel, plastic, all that stuff you can find. Then the instrumental panel, the gauges and all that stuff. Once that's done, you get access to all the screws on the side, under, and then same thing on this side, side, under. And lastly, do the vent up there with the 2 bolts holding the dash to the frame. That should make everything a lot easier. I was all over the place, so yeah, I do not recommend that. Yeah, so now I'm gonna keep working in the front, removing the bar, and then everything behind it, all the air conditioning stuff, and then the doors. So I've already removed the dash bar, so now I'm dealing with all this wiring. And what it is I know it looks like a lot, but it's not actually that bad. So what's going on is, this is a big junction of all the wiring of the car. That's why there is so much here, but it's not too bad to sort out. The way it works is you have 2 main parts, the front part going to the engine, and then the rest of the car to the right. So my dash and all that stuff comes in here in this big loom, and then into the fuse box. which is this thing. And then from there, everything else goes to the engine with those wires and then through the firewall here. So what you have to do is just basically divide your wires into the left side and the right side. So I'm almost done. All that's left is these. And everything else should be pretty much split except the yellow wire. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I can get rid of all the front stuff and then keep working my way to the right through all these wires. And then eventually over there, that's another big junction. But yeah, there's a lot of little wires as well, like these. I've already freed them up. There's some clips going into holes on the side, but yeah, they're a pain to remove, and it's not too bad. And then they go pretty much in the rest of the car, the door, and then the rear. I know that wiring isn't the most interesting thing to watch, but it's part of the process, and I feel like some of you, maybe someday, if you're doing a swap, you might look at this video and get information from it. So that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, otherwise, here's the dash, steering column, and the dash bar. It's really nothing too complicated. The steering column, it comes out with just 2 bolts, one here, into the bar right here. And this is just basically a sliding fit through the firewall. So if you want to replace this for an STI one, because you're doing a swap, it's really easy. Alright, some more progress. As you can see, all the AC stuff is gone. I've freed up all the wires, so now it's all loose. And if you're wondering, this is why the ECU is in those cars. It's not under the dash, it's not somewhere in the engine bay, it's right here. But yeah, so now this is all free, this is all free. All the stuff over there is free, so I can start moving my way down towards the rear of the car. Pretty much going to follow this lead, and then this just jumps on the other side, and I've done that side already. But yeah, so down here and then to the rear, there's not much left. I mean, the bulk of it is right here. So yeah, almost there. Okay, quick update again. So I'm done pulling all the wires in the front. As you can see, the holes through the firewall are now free or open. So all the cables went through the firewall into the cabin now. And then I chased it down over here. Got all that loose, and it's going to the trunk. So there's an opening to the trunk here, and it splices up right before. It goes to the right, I'm assuming to the speakers and the brake light. Not sure yet, so it looks like I'm still gonna have to remove this, which I was trying not to. But, oh well, and then the rest is in the trunk. So from now on, I'll be working in the trunk. As far as the left side goes, the last wire on this side is this thing. That's the door sensor, which I'm not sure if you can see, it's right here, the brown thing. And so the left side is pretty much complete. Everything's sitting loosely over here, so yeah. As soon as I get done doing the trunk, then I can remove all these wires, and that's going to be a lot nicer. Trunk is done. It's really easy. All the cables come through here, and then they run to the lights, to the number plate, and then to the other light, and it's really just a few wires. The other part of it is actually coming through here and then to the speakers from below, which means that I didn't have to remove this piece inside. However, what I found out was that there is this little wire going to the window for the heating, and you actually have to remove all that piece. So this trim on the other side, which is right here, and that was not too easy. There's a lot of clips and they're pretty hard to remove, but now it's all done and I can finally pull all my cables through here and then remove all of this mess. Doesn't that look a lot better? Now there's nothing left in here except for a speed sensor and all that stuff from the engine wiring harness. That just goes through the side. There's a big grommet and all I have to do is push it through and then disconnect everything in the engine bay. But yeah, that's a whole lot of wires. And keep in mind, I wouldn't do this like that if I wanted to reuse all of this. I would probably label a lot of stuff because usually they don't have the same connectors, but some of them do. Like this ABS stuff. Well, this one, those are different, but if you look at that guy and then this guy, they're the same. And I've checked, you can plug both into the same outlet. So that's kind of a bummer. You wouldn't want to connect the wrong airbag or crash sensor to the wrong plug. But in theory you could. So I would label a lot of that, but I'm not going to reuse any of this, hopefully. So that's all trash pretty much. Once I do it in the STI, I'm definitely going to label stuff. But that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight, guys. Honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of wiring and removing tabs all day. It's not too bad. Like it's not a hard task. It's just the same over and over and over again. So not the most fun, but we got so much progress done today, and I'm really excited with how the shell is turning out. It looks like a great shell. But yeah, so next time, what I'm gonna do is finish up the front. That should be easy, just removing all the wires in the engine bay. And then I'll start on the STI, doing the exact same process again, except this time, as I said, I'm gonna label a lot of stuff, so I know exactly where to put it in the new shell. And hopefully nothing blows up. I'm kind of worried that some lights might have different, specifications where if I just plug in the other harness, it's gonna blow up. So I guess we'll see. I'm gonna do a little research, but crossing my fingers. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you did not, let me know. I always like comments. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Catch me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.